Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Yeah, let me test my mic. Yeah. Mic check. Oh shit, I think it's too loud. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, I think okay, right there. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the How We See It podcast. I'm your host Alegre. This is episode numero 3, number 3 for those of you that don't speak Spanish. I'm here with my homeboy, my cousin, my primo, my co-host, Motive.
Yo, what up? This is Motive, aka Julio, whatever you want to call it. Here, back, another episode 3. Hey, dude, how you doing?
I'm alright, man. You know, freaking another week, another day, another dollar. But this is the highlight of my day, you know, recording this podcast, talking with you about hip-hop, kicking it.
Definitely a smile comes on my face whenever we're ready to record a episode.
I almost want to hug you, but that's kind of gay, so that's right. Alright, man. So, oh, man, we're so close to the weekend. I gotta ask, when does the weekend start for you? For me, it starts like Tuesday after. Nah, I'm for me, honestly, it starts like Thursday at lunch. I'm like, bro, I only had listen.
At lunch?
Yeah, Thursday at lunchtime, I'm like, bro, I only got 3 hours left of this day. I could drink tonight if I really wanted to. I could go hungover to work tomorrow. The weekend's here. Like, no matter what you do, there's no turning back from that point. That's it right there. Like, I could also say hump day, but it depends. Like, that's if you're really feeling brave and you're like, bro, it's hump day. Fuck it. Let's get the weekend started. You know, because you're halfway there. Like, it's all downhill from after hump day at lunch. It's all downhill from there.
Hump day definitely is a day that feels good.
You can see the weekend from hump day. Like, you can see it in the distance.
Yeah, you're just basically celebrating. Like, oh, I'm halfway through the work week. Hell yeah.
Although, honestly, we shouldn't think like that. We should enjoy every day of our lives. But, and I do. I enjoy every day of my life. I try to. But I enjoy the weekend more. That's just what it is, bro. Like, I enjoy it way more. Although I enjoy every other day. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
It's like, you enjoy ice cream, right? But there's just some flavors that just taste so much better. That's what it is for me. I'm not like on a Tuesday, like, man, fuck my life. I hate my job. It's not like that. I'm like, yo, damn, it's only Tuesday, but fuck it. I'm having a good time. You know, life is good.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, the weekend officially starts Thursday when I'm off of work. Not at lunch, dude. At lunch, is still like, hey, I still gotta work, man.
But there's only like a few hours left, so.
But you still gotta work. Thursday night, it's just like, it's just tomorrow. Yeah. It's just tomorrow. And on Friday, I can officially have a beer. Like, every other day, I can have a beer, but it's just like, fucking alcoholic.
Yeah, that's true. No, one beer is good, but Thursday and Friday, you can have more than one beer, which is awesome. Although, honestly, I don't even drink no more, but I remember those days when I used to drink a lot, and Thursday and Friday are definitely days that I used to drink a little too much, maybe, but you know what?
Fuck but definitely Wednesday is a day that you're like, yeah, we're halfway to the weekend, you know, where I have free time to do whatever I want. True. But yeah, the happiest time is Thursday night.
Yeah, because you have the whole weekend. Like, you're excited for the next day, which is Friday, which is the weekend. So it's like you have the whole weekend ahead of you, bro.
Yeah, it's a feels good moment.
Yeah, it is. Not only is the weekend about to start, or we're close to the weekend, but bro, it's almost Thanksgiving. And you know what comes after Thanksgiving?
Black Friday, baby.
Black Friday, woo! That's where I get all my shit, man.
For all of us broke people, that want to go out and get themselves,
for real.
Black Friday.
And you know, okay, where do you go shopping for Black Friday? Because I have one store that I go to every Black Friday. Fuck everything else. This is the store where you will always find me at on Black Friday. And yes, I'm a vanity slave, if you were asking.
I feel like Black Friday, I usually always go to 2 stores. I always go to Walmart.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, whoa.
No, forget I said anything. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I always go to Walmart and I go to Best Buy.
You know what? That's not different from mine. I always go to Best Buy, bro. Because, honestly, I feel like Black Friday was made for electronics. When I was younger, my parents used to go to, like, the the clothing store, like remember Mervyn's?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to like Mervyn's, Sears, all that. But they don't have too many specials, man. And then like clothes, I found a trick, and it's called. I don't know if I could say brands. I guess we already did, so fuck it. I'm gonna say I go to Ross. Fool. Fuck all that. Like, you know, or I shop online and you find good ass deals online too. Like, you know, I feel like clothing. There's always,
you know, I just feel like nowadays you can just go online and find all kinds of coupons. So I don't really. I feel like you don't really need to go clothes shopping.
Yeah, man. So electronics is definitely where it's at, and I don't even go to Walmart because I remember one time I went to Walmart to get like a PS3 on Black Friday. That shit was packed. And I didn't even get to get a PS3 or PS. Yeah, I think it was PS3 at that time. So I always go straight to Best Buy. I've been going the last. Well, I didn't go last year because last year I was in Oaxaca for Black Friday. But the year before that, I went with my little brother, and dude, we stocked up on games.
I can agree with you though. I feel like Black Friday is meant for the electronics, and they're always like. Not only are they like on a small sale, they're always on a good sale.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was already seeing the ad for this Black Friday. Freaking, I think most games like FIFA just came out last month. That shit's at $40 instead of $60.
Yeah.
There's other like the what is it called, the Odyssey one? Oh damn, can't believe I'm blanking out.
I don't know that.
Oh, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was at like 30. Like, I was looking at all those, and every game is at least $10 off. So I'm gonna hit the games hard, bro. I'm gonna max out my credit card and just buy every game out there.
You know what? I think I'm gonna look out on Black Friday so we can buy a camera and give our audience some video.
Ooh, damn! You really want to do that, huh? Yeah. Hey, you know what? I heard some suggestions. People do wanna see the studio and wanna see us talking and see our little gestures or whatever. So yeah, maybe we'll get a camera, bro. And if not, fuck it, we'll get some $300 headphones.
You know the shit I hate though?
What is that? Being gay?
Come on, bro. We have nothing against gays.
I know. It's just funny.
What up, gays?
Hey, you know what? Real quick, I want to just talk about that. I hate when people say I'm homophobic because I make gay jokes. Dude, I make jokes about Mexicans. I make jokes about my own mom and dad. Like, you know what the fuck? I make jokes about everyone. So
just to make it clear out there, me and Alegre probably have nothing against anybody.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have. I don't hate anyone that I could think of.
Yeah, we don't hate anybody.
I love everyone. And whoever hates me, I love them too. So
P.O.P., baby.
What is that?
Peace, love, positivity.
Oh, hell yeah. Peace, love, and positivity. But yeah, like I was saying, I make jokes about everyone. So if I make a gay joke or a Mexican joke, it's not that I hate them. It's just...
All right, let's get back to what I hate because you fucking interrupted me.
Oh, my bad. What is that?
What I hate is that stores nowadays, they're opening on Thursday night.
Okay, yeah, for sure, dude. Oh my god, that bugs the shit out of me because I'm trying to enjoy my Thanksgiving, bro. Like, it's called Black Friday. Why you fucking Thursday at 6 p.m.? Like, dude, I'm trying to enjoy the time with my family, you know? Well, I don't. Yeah, that's too much, dude. Fuck it. That's why I prefer Cyber Monday, honestly. But
Cyber Monday is cool too, you know, with Amazon and shit like that.
Yeah.
Even like everybody has their own website now, so Cyber Monday you can get a bunch of deals.
Yeah, so please, if you fucking just don't do Thursday. Let us enjoy our Thanksgiving, and then we'll do Black Friday. You know, we do get 2 days off, most of us. So Thursday, Thanksgiving, eat, enjoy time with family. Friday, hit up Best Buy and buy a bunch of video games, a PS4 that I don't need but I want. A big screen TV,
an $800 camera that we don't need, but we're gonna use.
Yeah, we're gonna use it. A laptop, just because I want a laptop and I want to max out my credit card. And it's Black Friday, and I can, and I'm a vanity slave. You know.
Yeah, I mean, vanity slave, man.
You guys shouldn't worry about that because you guys aren't gonna pay for it. I am. I'm already in debt, so a little more won't hurt, I guess. But anyways, yeah, man, that's what we think about Black Friday. We're excited. All right, just to finish.
Now that we're talking about like Black Friday and how people like, you know, going out shopping because they're gonna get all these sales. Dude, right. Stay away from the fucking credit cards, man. Those motherfuckers are sneak up on your ass. Oh my god, I hate credit cards, man. What are your thoughts on credit cards? Oh my god. I mean, obviously they're useful, right?
It's a good and a bad thing. They're useful when some shit just hits you. Okay, perfect example. For those of you who don't know, I love soccer. I love playing soccer, but I fucked up my knee this year, back in like March, February. When I ended up going in for the surgery and for the hospital and all that, all my medical bills were paid with a credit card, bro. So they came in handy because I don't know what the fuck I would have done if I did not have that credit card. But then, like you said, those motherfuckers sneak up on you. Next thing you know, like, fuck, dude, I owe this much. Like, it's so easy to swipe, but then 30 days later, when that shit comes through, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, you keep swiping, and sometimes you should see something in the store. You're like, I'll use my credit card and I'll pay it off.
Yeah.
And you keep saying that every time.
I'll
use my credit card. I'm gonna pay it off anyway.
It is, and dude, my mom used to tell me all the time, like, don't get a credit card, and if you do, be very careful. And my dumb ass didn't pay attention, and now I'm a little in debt, but it's all good. We'll all be alright. We're gonna get out of it. So yeah, just be careful on Black Friday. I was just playing around with about buying all that shit. I'm not gonna buy all that. If anything, I'll buy like 2 games. I might get a PS4 just because I just think everyone should have a gaming system, But
yeah, touching on that, do you think people get too old to game, or you think you can game? Like,
never. I think every man who respects himself should always have a gaming system in his house. I don't care if you're Xbox, PS4, or PC. If I can, I'll play games till I'm 45. Because think about it. My dad, he's 50, but he didn't grow up with gaming, so he doesn't care for those. But you and I, we grew up in that era, Yeah. We played Super Nintendo, 64, PS1, 2, 3, 4, Xbox. It's part of our lives,
Not only that, but I feel like playing games, I feel like it's kind of like therapy, like music. You can listen to music and it like gets your mind off things.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing with games. You play it and it gets your mind off things. You want to relax or something, you play some games.
Yeah, no, definitely gaming helps you with like cooling down after work, drinking a beer, playing a game. It's like everything in life. You can't do it too much. You can't drink a 12-pack after work every day. I mean, you can, but it's not good for you. You can play gaming 24 hours a day, or at least the whole night after work. You could do that, but it's not good for you. You shouldn't.
Yeah, but I feel like you said, I feel like you're just never too old to game. Obviously, you get to a point where it's like, why are you gaming for 6 hours when you're like 40 years old or something? But like, I feel like with moderate, gaming, I feel like it's always acceptable.
Dude, right now, I play my Xbox One on the weekends only because really, with going to physical therapy, working, doing this podcast, I have no time for it during the week. But on the weekends, I'll play like 2 hours a day. So 2 hours Friday night, 2 hours Saturday, and 2 hours Sunday.
I honestly play like 2 hours every day.
Yeah, I mean, if that works for you, that's cool. You just gotta be I feel like you just gotta be a responsible adult. That's all it is. You gotta know how to control yourself. Like, you gotta know how to control.
And if
you
have responsibilities, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
And then you can like spend 1-2 hours on the game.
Yeah.
But as long as you get your shit done.
Yeah, just control your fucking just control it, man. I mean, it's not like we're freaking professional gamers,
Talking about that, dude. Have you heard about these people that are becoming professional gamers and making? I heard this from this guy from.
Wait, are you talking about like FaZe Clan and those?
Yeah, well, people like that.
Right, right. Damn, dude.
FaZe Clan has always been around, playing Call of Duty, right?
Right. It's become not only like a full-time job for some people, like a career. It's also shit. I'm drawing a blank. It's a full-time job, a career, but it's like, oh man.
The hobby? Or what are you trying to say?
Oh man, I forgot. I'll come back to it. But yeah, dude, it's like a full-time job now for some people. So it could totally turn into a career.
Not only just that, people are making good money off of it.
Yeah, dude.
Like if you dedicate yourself to this, I'm not saying like go ahead, you're gonna make it or something. But if you really dedicate yourself and you're like a good player, because you can't just be like an average player and think you're gonna make it. Like this guy, I'm pretty sure you have to be a good player.
You have to be fucking badass at it. You can't just be like average Joe Schmo. You gotta dedicate yourself. If I made a quarter of that from just putting out podcasts, I think I'd be a happy man. Like straight up.
But if I made what I made on my job right now, just putting out podcasts, I'll be happy.
Yeah, dude, because fuck, man. But honestly, hey, man, if you're good at gaming, if you have a talent and you just want to make money off of that, pursue that dream, I know I could never do that.
It can start off as a hobby, like we were doing with our podcast.
Yeah.
If you're into gaming, you want to make a career out of that, start it off as a hobby.
Yeah.
and do what you gotta do. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And if it does, then you tried it, and that's good for you.
Yeah, there's no lose situation. You can't lose in that situation. Is what I'm trying to say. But what I was saying is, fucking man, just do that shit. I know I could never be a professional gamer because I'm not that good at gaming.
It's like they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's true. Yeah, man. I wouldn't put any eggs in that basket. So I'm just not that good at gaming. But I do really enjoy gaming, and like I said, we should all have a gaming
Well, most
system.
of these people that are making money, they're good players, yeah. But I feel like most of the people that are getting money is because they're entertaining.
That's true. And wait, when you say entertaining, like they'll be playing and they'll be commenting?
Yeah, they'll be playing and they'll be talking to like people that are live chatting.
Right. So they do the live streams where they comment.
And then they make like, like reactions and like act all like ecstatic.
Scream and
stuff like that.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, if you're a good gamer and you do your thing, you still won't get that many views if you don't react. Like if you're boring and you're just playing to play. But then I guess you could be boring, but then you have to enter those competitions. We're like that. It's becoming a sport. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Yeah, it's not only becoming a career; it's becoming like a sport.
How do you feel about that? People, the gamers that are calling this a e-sport. How do you feel about that?
I guess the sport is a career, right? Like if that's what you do for So you see what I'm trying to say?
Because a lot of people try to argue it's not a sport, but like something that you practice lots of hours and train for. And that's what these guys do.
Well, then, it's considered a sport. But I was going to say, because there's two different ways to make money from what I understand with gaming. One is to, like you said, put your streaming out there, comment, do all the reactions. Kind of like have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, like, hey, I heard your little brother is making a...
Oh, yeah, hey, shout out my little brother. He does that a lot on his channel. Follow him on YouTube at Gaming Primos.
YT.
But I think you could just find him as Gaming Primos on YouTube. So GAMINGPRIMOS. Shout out my little brother D-Boy. But back to this, man. So you could either make money through Twitch and live streaming and all that, or you could become a a player,
a competitive player.
Oh yeah, exactly, competitive player. So there's two ways to go about that. And as far as it being a sport, I mean, I consider it a sport. I mean, golf is considered a sport, so why not freaking gaming?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's cool. If you're into all that, look into that. Maybe you could make a career out of that. So yeah. With that being said, let's get into some hip hop, man.
Yeah, some hip hop.
Let's talk about one of, if not the best rap label out there today. Dawg Entertainment, TDE.
Dawg Entertainment, yeah.
Let's name the roster real quick. You want to go ahead and do that? Like, who's all into, all the
I don't think I know every single one. Let's see. I know it's obviously the most mainstream one, Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
And following him is Schoolboy Q.
Church.
Absol. J-Rock. And, come on, can't forget SZA, SZA.
SZA blowing up, bro.
She's blowing up, so we can't forget her at all.
Yeah, and then there's the two new signees, or not. One isn't so new, but and the other one's pretty brand new.
Yeah, I don't really know their names.
Well, Isaiah Rashad is kind of new. He's been signed for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And then the newest one, we played last night, I think.
Is Reason.
Reason. His album was pretty.
But there's two other ones. Sir, S-I-R, I think. That's his name,
shit.
Sir.
Yeah.
And I forgot the other guy's name.
Well, those two, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not checked out. But you and I, we've been listening to TDE for quite some time now,
Yeah.
And it started off with the Black Hippie, the Four-Headed Monster.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Q, Soul, and J-Rock.
Yep.
Those four are the founding fathers, if you will, of TDE. And they've just been growing, man. And like you and I were talking about not that long ago, they have not signed anyone who's a letdown, Everyone who comes into their label is dope. Even SZA, who's not a rapper, but she is a great singer, bro.
Yeah, she's a great singer.
We went to that TDE concert, what was it, 6 months ago?
Yeah, something like
that. And
it was a TDE championship tour.
Right.
Everybody was there.
Everyone was there. Everyone from TDE except for Isaiah.
Honestly, that was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, dude, it was a hell of a concert. It was worth the $300 that we paid. Not spending, we didn't pay $300, but whatever. I can't remember what I paid. It doesn't matter.
I think it was $100.
Yeah, it was worth it, man.
It was
Honestly,
yeah.
I had never really heard of SZA until that day, and I was like, holy shit, this girl can sing. And it was crazy to see how more than half of the stadium or half of the amphitheater, they were all into. There was guys next to us singing that shit, dude. That's how.
Yeah, I kind of felt like weird because I'm like a big TDE fan.
Yeah.
And when I went there with SZA, who's this? I didn't know her. I didn't hear of her.
No, yeah, me
but
either.
when she came out, everybody started yelling.
Yeah, dude, forget.
And when after I heard her stuff, I was like, okay, she deserved it.
Yeah, she can do it. She gets down. She is definitely a good singer. I remember one of my ex-girlfriends was all into her. Like, she loves SZA. The ladies, they love it. And honestly, as a guy, I can say I love her music too, man.
Yeah, her features are always great. Like, on J-Rock, on Kendrick, everything. Even her own songs, they're good.
Yeah, she has a beautiful, beautiful voice.
But like you were saying though, Dawg Entertainment, I feel like this label does not sign any letdowns.
But I mean, let's just start from the beginning. Kendrick, we won't even. We'll talk about him later. Q,
Schoolboy Q,
is a rapper that is, he's a gangster rapper. But he also has like that mainstream appeal.
Yeah, he has a mainstream appeal.
Yeah, so you guys probably know him. You guys have heard of him. So he's kind of not as mainstream as Kendrick, but he's definitely up there. He's been doing his thing with his last few albums. J-Rock and Q and Absol, I feel like they don't get the recognition they deserve, but they're definitely dope.
Absol is one of the most underrated rappers of
our time.
Yes,
dude, he's crazy with the shit. I think.
Although lately I haven't really liked. I didn't like his past album.
Yeah, his last album wasn't all that good, but I feel like a lot of his lyrics go over people's head.
Yes, yes, exactly.
People don't catch what he's trying to say.
They're way too complex. That's why.
I will say this: he does have a classic. If you guys don't listen to anything else by Absol, listen to Control System.
Control System.
That shit's a classic, man. J-Rock, he hit us with that new Redemption album. It's dope. Honestly, it's
J-Rock,
probably...
J-Rock just dropped that Redemption album, and I feel like it's one of those... Well, we're going to touch on this, later on in the year.
Yeah.
By the end of the year. But I feel like Redemption is one of those albums that can be a runner-up for Album of the Year.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a great album. I was going to say it's my favorite album by J-Rock, but Follow Me Home is also up there. I don't know, man. They're different sounds and everything, but they're definitely good.
Here's the thing, though, about J-Rock. I didn't really like J-Rock's style before he dropped Redemption, and so I was kind of like coming into Redemption skeptical because I listened to his past albums and I was like, I don't really like him. It's not my style. I was
like, gangster? Is he too
he was too gangster.
Yeah.
And he just talked about like a lot of gang banging stuff. But when I was like, I'm still gonna give him a try. He's TDE, and he went hard on Money Trees.
Right.
So I gave it a try. I listened to the whole album. I'm pretty sure I told you right away. I was like, hey, dude, you got to listen to this shit because this shit is fire.
No, if anything, you're the reason I kind of, really, really got into it. Because at first I heard, I was like, okay, it's cool. It's J-Rock doing his thing. But then you were like, no, listen to it again. This shit's really good. Paid more attention. I was like, oh, shit, he's not lying. Like, every track on there is fucking dope. Like, there's not a bad track on there. There's not. And it's not a classic because... I don't know. I just feel like maybe there weren't as many bangers, and it wasn't as popular and all.
Is it hard for you? I feel like it's hard for you to call albums classics.
It is. I don't think that word should be thrown around lightly. I feel like, because think about it. If everything people put out, that's if everything is called a classic.
I mean, here's the thing. People like J-Rock have put out a lot of albums, and you call none of them a classic.
Well, yeah, man. They just classic. It has to be
just goats or what?
Yeah, man. It's hard. Not everyone can drop a classic. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, though. But anyways, with that being said, I like J-Rock's old style, too, like that gangster rap. I like it. I enjoy it.
I like a couple of his past songs, but his albums, they're nothing that caught my attention until this one, Redemption.
Okay. Yeah, but, I mean, I guess we can both agree that Redemption is a badass album.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, man, so we talked about the four-headed monster, Black Hippie. They're all pretty... They don't have the same style. That's what I like about them, but they're all dope in what they do.
Yeah, and like their group, Black Hippie, that they used to back in the day, they have great synergy rapping together.
Yeah, man, they could just bounce off each other's flows, and one could end.
I really hope they come out with an album one day, a Black Hippie album. I don't think they're gonna do it
at this point. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see it happening, but I really wish they would.
Yeah, man, that would be a dream. come true for sure. I would fucking buy that shit. I would buy 10 copies of that, honestly. But okay, so we talk about the four-headed monster. We talk about ZZA, Isaiah Rashad. Where has he been, bro? Like I haven't really heard.
Yeah, I feel like he came out, dropped his album, came out, in Kendrick's BET Cypher.
Right.
That's when I first heard of him.
Right.
Which was like 2-3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
But ever since then, I have no idea what happened to him. Like, he just disappeared or something. Like, did he get kidnapped or what?
I don't know. Fuck, hopefully not. But hey, Isaiah Rashad, whoever knows him, if someone has any connection with him, please drop some new music, man. We really, really enjoy your music. Yeah, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Please give us some new music. And also the new signee that we just heard like 2 days ago.
Yeah, Reason.
Reason. Sorry, I keep forgetting his name. Reason, man. You two, you keep doing your thing, man. I need to listen to your music a little bit more, but from what I've heard, I'm liking it. I'm digging it, man. I'm definitely gonna check you out.
He just got signed probably a couple months ago, probably like 3 or 4 months ago, maybe. And he dropped his album. He was on the Joe Budden podcast. He was talking about his
and he's gonna be on this podcast.
I wish.
Yeah.
He was on the Joe Budden podcast talking about the process of the album. I think he said he was just using like YouTube beats, and it was just like,
damn.
Just to get his.
Wait, why is he doing that?
I guess Top Dog kind of pressured him a little bit into dropping it, just so he can have something out there.
That kind of create a buzz.
Yeah, create a buzz around him.
Yeah.
But the shithead he dropped, I think he's pretty good. He has a lot of potential. He said he's only been rapping for 4 years, and he already got signed by TDE. Yeah.
Do you know how old he is or whatever?
I think he's like 26, something like that.
Oh fuck, damn! And he just started rapping.
He started rapping 4 years ago.
You know what? Fuck, I'm gonna start rapping tomorrow and see maybe I blow up or something. No, but yeah, definitely the few songs that we did hear from him yesterday, he was killing it. And you know what? It's crazy because I saw people talking about that album dropping, and I never got to check it out. So that's something that I'm gonna listen to in the next few days, and maybe in a future podcast we'll talk about that. I mean, he did drop it this year, so we'll probably discuss that album to an extent.
Yeah, but on the topic of TDE, let's get to the main reason we're here.
Let's do it, man. 6 years ago, a kid from Compton, California,
a good kid
in M.A.A.D
City,
dropped a fucking classic on us. Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, M.A.A.D City, 6-year anniversary album review. Here we go. Man,
let's start off with the mainstream.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know where to start, but yeah, let's do it.
Mainstream. Everybody knows this song, "Swimming Pools."
Oh yeah, dude, I remember they used to play that shit at the club, bro. You know what? It's funny because you and we kind of got into Kendrick around the time he dropped Section 80.
Yeah, which is like 2011.
Yeah, and then we went to the concert.
2012.
Yeah. And that was right before he dropped Good Kid, M.A.A.D City.
Yeah, he previewed some songs, remember?
And I think this was one of them. I can't remember if it was or it wasn't, but I'm pretty sure Swimming Pools was one of the songs he previewed.
I feel like it was M.A.A.D City that he previewed.
Was it? Alright then. Well, anyways, Good Kid, M.A.A.D City. Sorry, Swimming Pools was playing everywhere, bro. It was all over the place. It was on the radio and the club. People were loving it. But you know what I think is funny, though? On Swimming Pools, he strictly tells you about not drinking so much. Those are the lyrics, like don't drink so much. I got peer pressure. I know people around me that drink
peer pressure.
Yeah,
to do it.
Or that drink to handle depression or to deal with depression.
Yeah.
And it's funny because at the club, the DJ would play it and people would be like, "Yeah, Swimming Pools, let's drink." And it was like, no, dude, the song actually has the opposite message of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. But that was definitely a breath of fresh air. It was different from anything you would hear on the radio. And it had a good message.
It had like a message in it. And not only that, it had a great beat and a catchy hook.
Yeah. And that's why I think Kendrick is the top rapper in the game right now. He knows how to make a catchy song with a message, and he gets it played on the radio. Like, dude, he's just he's the full package right now. He's the most complete rapper out today.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing. So I mean, that album overall, he changed the game, bro. The way that album has like a storyline to go with it.
Yeah, well, let's stay on the topic of Swimming Pools real quick. It's talking about drinking. Let's talk about a little bit of what we think about drinking. When do you think drinking is too much?
Drinking, is bad for you. Okay. Now, too much. I'm gonna tell you what too much is. About a year ago, when I came back from my vacation in Mexico, for some reason I don't know what the fuck it was. I think it was just like depression that I was back in the States and vacation was over for me. I was drinking Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, bro. 4 days out of 7. That's more than half of the week. And I wasn't just drinking a beer too. Like those 4 days, I was drinking like at least a 6-pack. And I don't know why, but I feel like drinking should be at the very most once a week. Once a week, that's, don't make it go past that, because then it becomes a bad habit.
I feel like it's okay to drink on Saturday and Sunday.
Every week?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, see, that's what I think it should only be.
I just feel like if you're going to drink, it should only be like 2 beers or 3. If you're partying, that's another thing, you know. Right. Partying, you can drink a 6-pack, get a little buzz.
Yeah.
But don't black out, man.
No, yeah, just try not to black out unless you're really partying and you're like, all right, you know what, my boy graduated, or
and you know you're gonna be safe at home or something.
Right, and you have a safe way to get home, and you're like, you know what, my boy just got married, whatever, we're gonna party hard tonight, and next week we're not gonna do it so much. Yeah, then fuck it, go hard. You're allowed to go hard once in a while, but don't go hard every weekend, man. That's just not good for you. And honestly, try not to drink as much. Like if you can keep it to once a month, even better. But just, yeah, don't drink to get drunk. Know how to handle your shit and try to keep it to where you get buzzed and you kind of slow it down, you know? Because I've had that problem. I still have that problem to this day where I'm not really sure where to stop, you know? I have a buzz and I want to keep it going, but it ends up being more than a buzz. And next thing I know, I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we should all reach that buzz and
I feel like personally drinking too much is when you're drunk. You're already like, okay, you already drank too much.
Yeah. And that used to be cool back in the day, but the more you think about it, it's just...
Yeah, getting drunk should just be like you said, a special occasion.
Yeah. And at that point, when you're drunk, are you really even enjoying, like, your night? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, to all the young kids out there listening to us, it's cool to get drunk, but don't get drunk every weekend, you know? Just don't get lost in that, because a lot of people do get lost in that. It sounds like a joke. It sounds like we're being some old, bald-headed men, but... Nah, for real, man. Don't try not to get lost in all that.
When did you start drinking?
Damn, honestly, I want to say I was 15 when I started drinking. Yeah, I was 16 when I started drinking.
Damn, bro, for real?
Yeah, is that pretty late or pretty early for you? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I started at 13, dude.
Holy shit, what the fuck?
Nah, if I started at 13, you started at 15. Because I was hanging around with you.
Hey, man, don't blame me for whatever.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying I was hanging around you.
Oh, okay.
But I started drinking at 13. If I was 13, that means you were 15.
All right, then. Yeah, like I said, 15 or 16. So, yeah. Damn, we started pretty early. Because I know some people that
That's pretty early.
Yeah, I know some people that didn't start drinking till they were like 18 or even like later till 21. Till they were legally allowed to drink. That's when they started drinking. So, yeah, man, drinking at a young age isn't that good either, you know? So, please, stay away from it all. If possible, if not.
And what do you think is a good age to start drinking, though?
Honestly, I feel like the 21 age limit or whatever. It's not right. I feel like it should be 18.
18?
Like, how is it possible that you're able to smoke cigarettes and all that bullshit?
Well, not anymore. You have to be 21.
Oh,
now.
That's right, yeah. We'll see.
No, but the thing is, how can you be in the military and willing to give your life for the country, but you can't drink? That's something. That's
something that doesn't make sense. I mean, overall, smoking cigarettes, drinking, it's all bad if it's not done. It's not done in moderation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still feel like it should be 18. But yeah, man, back to this album review. Like I was saying, he changed the game with the way he set up a story within the album, you know, like the whole album was a story. Yeah, more than a story, it was like a movie.
Like a movie. Yeah. It was so good because, you know, to begin the album, it sounded like he put in, you know, like a VHS. You know?
Right. Like it was like a 90s movie, you know, where he popped in
and
the
not
VHS.
Only does he just pop in the VHS, so he starts off the album with a certain topic, and at the end of the song, he ends it off like with a voicemail, his mom calling him.
Yeah.
And the voicemail, what he talks about, it transitions into the song. that's coming up next.
Yeah.
And then like just that voicemail, it just gets your mind. That's why I like stories and books better than movies, because it just gets your mind thinking.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
create pictures inside your head.
Exactly. Everything is up here. You're not no one is feeding you the information.
Yeah.
You're creating that those visuals and all that in
yourself.
in your mind. And you know another thing, I think this album was a classic and everything because we could have, or a lot of us could relate to it. I mean, the title, Good Kid, M.A.A.D City. There's a lot of us out here who are from cities where there's a lot of gang violence and all that. And at the end of the day, we're just good kids trying to make it, And I think it's awesome how the whole story is about him liking a girl who's from another side of town. And that gets him into trouble, not only because he's trying to hit on this girl who's from another neighborhood, but also because he's just hanging out, I guess, with the wrong crowd. Like, his boys are, from one side of town. And
I mean, like, I've never, I'm not from LA, and I've never really been out in the streets over there, but from what I've heard and listened to in the music, you don't even have to be affiliated. You just get hit up for no reason.
Right, and I mean, that shit happens out here in Oceanside, California. Like, people don't bang, and if they see you hanging out with a certain someone or even talking to them, or even if you grew up on the wrong side of town, people are stupid and try to affiliate you with some sort of gang and try to harm you and try to gangbang on you. I don't know, just stupid. So that's why I really like this album, because I felt like I could relate to most of those stories that he was telling us.
Yeah.
And then Money Trees, man. Money Trees is probably my favorite track on that album. Just the way he explains everything. The feature, J-Rock, is just fucking amazing. Yeah, the beat is there, the hook, everything. That's probably my favorite track on that album. I don't know if you have maybe a different favorite track.
I like The Art of Peer Pressure.
Okay, yeah. It's like a more slow down, but
he's talking about, like, I don't usually do this kind of stuff, but I'm with the homies.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like you said, sometimes you're like a quiet guy or whatever, but when you're with the homies, you're like, fuck, you kind of get into that vibe. You get peer pressure, and at the end of the day, you're like, fuck it. Okay, let me take some of that freaking alcohol.
And I'm pretty sure, he put out this music to kind of make people aware, like, don't make the same mistakes as me, because I almost got in super big trouble because of being peer pressured or just, like, trying to be cool with my friends or something,
Yeah, man. I think that definitely was a strong track with a great message. And also, I want to talk about how a lot of these songs were played on the radio. He had a lot of, I wouldn't call them commercial or mainstream songs, but songs that were very popular when this album came out. I remember this album, fucking everyone was listening to it. Even if people that had never heard of Kendrick before, just all over the place. Gangsters, people that weren't gangsters, people that didn't love hip hop, just everyone was listening to it.
Yeah, and definitely Kendrick Lamar is one of the first rappers in this new age that he got everybody's attention. The whole world.
Yeah.
The whole world, like,
was listening.
It's just overwhelming how much attention he got.
Yeah, everyone's. I remember when this shit came out, everyone was talking about it. Like, people were just going crazy about the album. And then, "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" was probably the most known song next to "Swimming Pools." Those two, everyone knew those songs. Everyone knew the lyrics. The videos were all over the place. People loved it. So those two songs really helped the album get that popularity going, because those were the songs that everyone knew, and then from there people bought the album or streamed it and listened to the rest of the songs. The Backseat Freestyle was also a good song, and I remember when I first heard it, I was like, what the fuck, this is like not the Kendrick I know, like, it sounded a little watered down, like a little too mainstream. The lyrics were kind of dumbed down, but then when you play it with the rest of the songs, when you play it within the album, you understand what he's doing. He just, it's part of the story, It's him with his boys freestyling at a young age, trying to find himself, trying to find his voice in hip hop, and he's just like braggadocious. Like I said, that's where I've said this before in other podcasts. Being being a little braggadocious is part of hip hop. You know, you gotta show off a little, talk about yourself, and that's what he's doing in "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe." And you're supposed to take it from like a point of view of Kendrick rapping at the age of like 16 in the backseat with his boys. It's like when you're with your boys just cruising and someone plays a beat and you're like, fuck it, let me freestyle real quick. So I think that was genius. That was a genius thing. Because when it first came out, when you hear the track by itself, you're like, what the fuck? This is kind of weak. You know, it's not that great of a track. Like, what is he doing? This isn't like Kendrick. But then you hear it within the album, you're like, oh, shit. Okay, it goes well with the story. And the message he gives or he's trying to give, you understand it better once you listen to it.
Yeah, this whole album is definitely made to be listened to as a whole project, in one listen.
Yeah. Another song that was really popular towards like later, I think it was like the third single, was Poetic Justice with Drake. I think Kendrick was smart to get Drake on this album because at that point, Drake was the most popular rapper in the game. Maybe he wasn't the best. Maybe he's not the most lyrical or whatever. He might never be.
And I think it was a smart move by Kendrick getting Drake because in this song, Kendrick, his flow was good, the beat was good. He got Drake, and like that's a smart move getting Drake because he was with the popular.
Yeah.
Not only that, Kendrick, he was like, it was catchy. His verse was catchy, but not only that, it was also lyrical.
Yeah.
And Drake, it was just like the same mainstream shit he always does.
Right.
But Kendrick's was mainstream and lyrical.
Right. And also the hook with the girl. I think, wait, you know what? I think it's Janet Jackson singing the hook. It was like a sample. And that sample just goes so well with this. The music video is freaking genius. I love the music video. But yeah, man, definitely Poetic Justice was a song that everyone was talking about. A song that not that many people talked about was Good Kid. It was kind of like, it's probably one of the most underrated tracks on this album. It's not as popular, but I think it was a good track. It's not like awesome, but it was a good track to listen to and to put before M.A.A.D City, which was a fucking banger in my eyes. It was fucking, when I heard that song,
this whole album is just so great. We can go on and on all day talking about this album.
But M.A.A.D City, bro, the way he brought MC8, he freaking kills it with that guest verse, and Kendrick just goes hard, man. I think we went, or I was at a concert for Good Kid, M.A.A.D City, and he came out with this song, bro. Oh my god, this song just gets you hyped, bro. It's just fucking lit. It's just a great song for him to open up concerts with, and it just fucking, it's one thing to hear it in your car, and then it's another thing to see it being performed by Kendrick.
If you guys have never gone to a concert of your favorite artist, I would really recommend that. It's such a great experience.
Yeah, man, for sure. And then, I mean, I guess we got to talk about the last 2 or 3 tracks on the album when he kind of, after Swimming Pool, after Good Chemistry.
Yeah, like we were talking about, this album is basically a movie or his story, basically. It is his story. It is.
Exactly.
And he does it in such a creative way that people can relate to him because he sings his story, but also makes it like people can relate to it.
Right.
So, and in the end, it's pretty sad. The last 2 songs, basically, one of his homies gets murdered.
Yeah, and Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. It's like I think the song in total is like 11 or 12 minutes. So it's like a 2-part song, At first, he's talking about his homie and how he passed away. And then he talks about people in his hood. Like, he sings about that one girl who's like a prostitute.
Yeah.
And telling, or I think I can't remember right now. But someone is telling him, like, yo, why are you singing about my sister or about
my
me?
story?
Yeah, why are you singing my story? Like, you can't rap about my story. You don't know what it's like to be in, like, here where I'm at. So, like, don't be talking about me, and I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But then that person, like, fades away. I think that was genius how, like, the girl says, I'll never fade away. And then she slowly starts fading away. Yeah, so, I mean, that song, it's one of those songs that lasts, like, 10 minutes or even more than 10 minutes. But you never really feel like it's that long, It's just, it takes you through a whole freaking adventure. And it's like a movie. You're just listening and, like, paying attention to every detail. Making sure you understand
and plus, it's because, like, it also, like, it's emotional. So you get into it, like, what you kind of feel what he was feeling at that time, or, like, what people were feeling. Like, it's true. I kind of wouldn't want anybody to, be like, oh, this guy was a prostitute or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, like, also the voicemails. We gotta talk about the voicemails because it seems like he has. If those were actually his parents' words, it seems like he had good support from his parents. They were saying like, "Real is God." Like,
yeah.
Don't, because your homie got killed. Don't go out there and try to kill people.
Yeah.
Real. You just have to believe in what's real, and God is real. Like, to them.
Yeah, he says like, real isn't killing someone. Like, that doesn't make you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you kill someone, that doesn't make you real. Real's like family.
Real's taking care of your family.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's really real out there. Because at the end, your family's gonna be there for you always. So yeah, I mean, the messages were great. This album, man, overall, and I said it the day it came out. This album was a classic. I don't care what anyone says, a modern day classic. It changed like the rap game.
It changed the game. Yep.
Yeah, like no one was really doing.
No one was doing these kind of projects, and they still aren't.
Yeah,
which is why Kendrick remains on the top.
And he did it so well. It wasn't like a failed experiment. He did it, and it went well. Like, it was an instant hit. And yeah, man, just overall, Kendrick, man, this album is, you know what? I'm going to say I don't think it's his best. I think his best is Section 80 in my eyes. I just love that album. Maybe it's the nostalgia of like my first ever Kendrick album that I listened to.
I personally agree. I love Section 80.
Yeah.
Especially because, the overall mess. I don't know. It just feels like he was more
hungry. He was hungry.
Hungry, socially aware.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's why we like him more, because he was more socially aware. In this one, he was just telling us his story, and it was still a classic.
Yeah.
But he was just telling us his story. In Section 80, he was like more socially aware and like,
true.
Fuck the government and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But definitely, Good Kid, M.A.A.D City. He tells us a story, and he tells it so well. And just the beat selection, the guest appearances,
the
everything.
Creativity with the voicemails.
Yeah, everything.
The VHS popping in and out.
Holy shit, it's all there, man.
It's
everything.
Everything, the whole package.
And you said I have a hard time calling albums a classic. I do not have a hard time with this. This is a classic, straight up. I'll freaking fight anyone that says it's not.
Man, I'll go gay for Kendrick Lamar.
No,
honestly.
Man, that's kind of gay, man.
I'm just fucking around.
Hey, but you know what? If you were to go gay, I would still love you. So I don't care, because I have nothing against homosexuals.
That's kind of gay, man. Like,
how is that?
You're just in your boxer briefs right now, bro.
Okay, so whatever, man. Anyways, you're a Kendrick Lamar stan.
Nah.
It's okay, man. It's all good. No worries. Hey, you know what? I consider Kendrick Lamar one of the top 5 rappers that are
just
alive.
because people called you out for being an Eminem stan on the first episode doesn't mean you had to call me out for trying to.
Dude, I never said I would go gay for Eminem.
You didn't have to say it though. That's the thing.
Okay, but did I say it? Oh man. Okay, so with that being said, man, overall, if you haven't heard Good Kid, M.A.A.D City, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, man. As soon as we end this podcast, because I hope you listen to the end, go hear that shit, man. Go hear Good Kid, M.A.A.D City. And after that, if you haven't heard Section 80, oh my. We'll talk about Section 80 in another podcast, but please go listen to the old Kendrick. Please do yourself a favor.
Overly dedicated too.
Overly dedicated. Just listen to Kendrick, man. If you really don't listen to Kendrick, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. But yeah, man, overall, Good Kid, M.A.A.D City.
Classic album.
It's been 6 years. Still classic. It's still relevant today. It's still an album that I could listen to. Oh, that's another thing about classics. I could listen to without skipping any tracks. And I feel good, I never feel like pushing that skip button. So yeah, just overall, if I had to rate Good Kid, M.A.A.D City, for me, it would be an 11 out of 10. What about you?
Same.
11 out of 10, man. Just overall great track. And the reason we decided to review it is because it's been 6 years. And, I still remember the day we went out to Best Buy to buy it.
Yeah, we went out together to buy that shit.
Yeah, holding hands.
We were so hyped. Yeah.
No, were we holding? I can't. Whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, we were hyped, bro, because we were listening to Section 80 for the longest. And this shit was new music by Kendrick. He was finally signed to like a major label, Aftermath, with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And it was the hype around it was awesome. And yeah, man, I remember that day. That shit was awesome. And yeah, man, good kid, M.A.A.D City. Thank you, Kendrick, for putting out that classic.
Anyway, thanks everybody for listening. This is our third episode of How We See It podcast. We really appreciate your support. Thanks for listening to the end. Hit like, share, all that stuff. Share with your friends. If you enjoyed it, give us some feedback.
Yeah, man. Thank you for all your constructive criticism. Thank you for all the support. Get on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Get on Spotify, listen to it. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what we can improve. And once again, thank you for the support. Thank you for being here with us. And until next time.
Peace.
Church.